Hi, welcome to Keep It Simple Programming, and today we will be talking about user input. User input means we are able to ask the user for input. The user enters the input, and that input is saved to a variable. To get a user input, we enter x equals input, and then enter something that lets the user know what to input. So for example, we will put enter a number between 1 and 10. And it's good practice to add a space after the last character. If you don't, when the user starts typing, there will be no space between the text and the input. So for example, if you don't put a space here between this, when the user's entering information, it'll type right here. And it just looks a little bit better and is better practice to add a space so when they start typing, it's going to show up here. All right. Underneath that, we will type print x. And then this should just print the user's input, right? So when we try running this, here we try entering, let's say 3, it's not going to work. No matter how many times we enter a number, it's not going to work. And that's because we need to install a package onto Sublime before we can enter user input. So it's fairly simple to do this. What we're going to want to do is go to your browser and type in package control.io. Once you're here, click installation and scroll down to manual. I'm going to go ahead and half screen these. And you pretty much just follow the instructions. So we're going to go to preferences, browse packages, and from here we're going to click this little up arrow and then click installed packages. And then we'll go over here and click this download link. And once it's done downloading, we could go ahead and click show in folder. And if you end up clicking it 2 or 3 times, there's going to be a little number to the side here. Make sure you're clicking the one with no number, where it's just control.sublime, no number in between that. You're going to copy and then go over here and paste it. I already have it pasted, so I'm not going to do it again, but that's how you get it into the installed packages. Once that's done, you could exit out, and you're going to need to exit Sublime and restart it. There we are. Okay, so from there, we're going to click Preferences, Package Control, and you're going to want to click the Install Package right here. So click on that. In this, type in Sublime REPL. And there should be one up here. I already clicked it, so it's not going to show up for me, but you should have one that has the exact same name as this. Just click on that, and this will exit out. I'm just going to exit and restart since I don't need to click it. All right. And after you click that, you should be able to go to Tools and see Sublime REPL at the bottom here. Now, once that's done, you're going to want to go to Preferences, Key Bindings. I'll expand this here. And on yours, this will be blank, this section right here. So what you're going to want to do is copy this code and paste it into this. And I'll have this code in the bio of this video, in the description of this video, and you could just copy it right from there and paste it into here. Make sure it looks exactly the same amount of colons and semicolons. And once that's done, just go over to File, Save, and you could exit out of that. So now, when you want to run a file that you need some user input, instead of clicking Ctrl+B, you're going to click Ctrl+alt+b, holding all those down, and then the second tab will pop up. And in this tab, now it says enter number between 1 and 10. We try entering 3 now, and it's working. And you could click the exit, but if you're going to be running this a lot, a little shortcut you could do is just click Ctrl+W, and it will just exit the tab, just like that. So now that we have user input working, let's work with this user input a little bit more. So, for example, if it showed 3 at the end, whatever we entered in there, but let's say we want to make it a little bit more clear for the user, this, a little more aesthetically pleasing. So what we can do is add a comma, and we could either add text before or after, or before and after the text. For this example, we'll just do before, and we'll say you entered space, and then make sure you add that comma, and it's going to separate the string and the user input. And so now it should say you entered and let the user know what number they entered. So when we click Ctrl+Alt+B, let's say this time we'll enter 5. Oh, see, and it's important also, you need to save it. So I'm going to just Control+S to save it, and then Control+Alt+B, 5, and it shows you entered 5. And that concludes today's short introduction to user input. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, please click that subscribe button. Tomorrow, we will be tying the previous videos together using user input, a while loop, and an if-else statement all in one file, and see how we could use those all together. I have many more Python videos coming. They're going to be getting more and more advanced as we progress, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.